Dum da dum dum.
Hey guys, Sean here. Tippmann TMC, Byrna Mission 4. As expected, I haven't picked this up in a minute. It has been stored in the cocked position to save the detent. In the stored position, it tends to flatten that detent and then you get balls rolling out your barrel. So I have obviously taken a cut in velocity. Granted, it'll probably stay around that velocity. I'm running 1100 PSI and all those other mods that you've seen in my other video. Still did 400 and almost 450 feet per second with a Byrna kinetic. The AR Tactical Jewels, not so good. I think that 240 is around like 20 joules. Muzzle energy. So we're not here today to swap springs. We are going to, it's experiment time. I am going to put a contraption into this. I'll show you in a minute. Whether it works or not, we're both gonna find out right now. What we have here is a pretty non-typical TMC Byrna Mission 4 valve. I say non-typical because, well, I have installed a Spider Ecotech valve pin into this valve. I have drilled and ported and kind of had to make some room on the inside of this chamber to fit this. I'm using the original brass seat that's in here. Well, actually, you know what? Let's take this apart right now. Oh. That's just your standard end cap. That is a MCS 468 valve spring. Spider, I believe that's a 50 caliber valve seat, or yeah. And that's the pin, the Eco pin. The 68 cal, I believe, is larger. I literally pulled this out of my box, and you gotta understand, sometimes like my Tippmann TMC project here, I stumble across things as other markers come into my possession, and that's how sometimes I end up with bits and bobs of stuff. So you can see the original seat down there. I may not have bored this out the next time around. We'll see how this goes. Again, this is completely trial and error at this point. I don't even know that it's going to work, but it'll be fun. And that's what I like having sometimes, is fun. It is, the pin does it, the valve stem does extend quite a bit, so I'm not sure how that's gonna affect it. And it gets a little off center, and that's because I took too much material out of here. There's some like ribs normally inside this valve that take up volume that I wanted, but they actually also act as a guide for that seal. So you can see, I don't know, the pin kind of wobbles a little bit, but I'm hoping it'll just self-right itself. So I won't bore you with the install. Plenty of other videos opening this up. I'm literally just gonna swap it in and go for it. Before I go any further, I always test my launcher kind of in this point. Make sure it's holding air. Cock it. Can't blow through it. Can blow through it. Back together. Probably shouldn't have put it all back together, but I have a meeting today and then I'm off to work, so I won't have time to fiddle around with it. One more time before I air this bad boy up. A couple of things to note. When you have a heavier dry spring or a light and dry spring, if the valve spring is too light or the dry spring is too heavy, when the marker is in the uncocked state, so it's fired essentially, you shouldn't be able to blow through it. At least not on a factory marker. When you charge the marker, that pin will pop and lock the air in place. Now, if I pull back on this charge handle slightly, You can hear that it is holding air. So that means we are good for a test fire. I'm fully expecting adjustments are gonna have to be made. I don't think this is gonna work. I think the pin is too long. And if I had my time over, I may have not have drilled the valve, like I mentioned earlier, and actually shortened the pin instead, but trial and error. So let's go. 1100 PSI, freshly pumped to 3000 PSI. I put a couple of drops of silicone lubricant in there. No leaks except for that airplane that's flying over right now. We're gonna go with the heavies first. AR Tactical Jewels. These are 685 bore, 8.2 grams. They fit this line claw. This is a 14-inch line claw barrel very well. I got 10 loaded up, probably way more than I'm gonna need. Trial by fire. Actually, first shot, I'm just gonna keep my kind of fingers on the on-off just in case. So we'll see what happens here. It fired. It did not recock. So I quickly shut that off. That was that hiss you heard. So I don't think it's going to recock, which means I need to work on that. But let's at least try and get a chrono number on that and see if that valve pin made any improvement. I'm gonna stand back here a little bit so I can get to the chrono and shut the air off in a timely manner. Holy smoke! And we're out of air. 324. Yeah, hello. I am definitely going to work on that because that was by far the best velocity I've ever gotten out of this TMC, only running 1100 PSI. Wow, I'm floored, guys. I'm actually a little bit excited. Look at this. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll definitely be seeing this in the near future. One thing I'll mention, I know you guys have been seeing me work on the 468, and because I haven't picked this up in a while, I forgot, you know, I love this launcher when I got it. It's lightweight, it's narrow, the mags are solid. What's there not to love about it? Well, it kind of topped out around 30 joules unless I pressed it a little bit harder. So, yeah. Some newfound energy there, guys. See you next time.